gonna give in now. I think gonna live this now. I think gonna be man, I'ma kill this stuff real quick. I'ma go take it to town, cause I gotta be that king in their ring when I'm knocking them out when I'm back with the whip. Cause I am just up on the journey. Know that I'm just going insane.
Warriors, rise. Crypto, the one world economy. We're going to break that down today and show you facts, figures, numbers, logic, and timelines that are leading us into a blockchain technology. In about a year to 24 months, you're going to wake up in a brand new economy. And most people are running this way. And as you run this way, there's always another narrative going on this way. My name is CJV. I am the top health, mindset, crypto, and business coach in the world. Remember, what you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. If you can see it in your mind, eventually you can hold it right here in your hands. What you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. And I don't know if you've ever taken the time to break down what I say in the front end of every single video and every single podcast. Think about this. Your words need to be impeccable. I highly recommend you check out the book, The 4 Agreements. Your words need to be impeccable. If you understood the power of words and the power that they have with the body, the mind, and how they can manipulate and mold people into making certain decisions based on an injection of a word, a feeling, a vibration, and a thought that creates an emotion, that creates a belief, that messes with your reticular activating system, that gives you confirmation and conviction. So if you believe cryptocurrency is going to zero, trust me, your crypto will go to zero. But if you understand and you step back and you look at the facts, figures, numbers, logic with the 4 agreements, taking nothing personally, and understand that everybody is dealing with their own paradigm, you will see clearly that for centuries, the word has been used to manipulate the people. And the word has been used to gain power. And that power has come through a monetary system. And those who control the money, control the word, the information, can move and mold the people through emotion. So we're going to dive through this today. I'm also going to show you something really cool from Black Seed. They're actually a sponsor of our conference. Many of you guys are asking me about safety. Safety. So if you want to get your stuff off the exchanges, well, when you get off the exchanges, you have your seed phrases, right? So halfway through, I'm going to show you a really, really cool product. They were a sponsor of our event, and they gave our warriors these really cool metal things. I'm going to show you that halfway through. But they're coming out with a new product. Many people are like, okay, I'm going to pull my stuff off an exchange, and then they lose their seed phrases. So you got to be very, very careful once you pull the stuff off. Make sure you have those seed phrases because you're the only person that has those. Well, let's dive into it. So we came here to learn. We came here to grow today. So I'm going to take you through some dates. Now, remember, the back end of last year, crypto was pumping. Everything was going very, very well. Okay, everybody was pumped up. Let's really think about this for just a moment. During the C word, as we all of a sudden got locked down, right? Like, hey, we lock you down. We ruin people's lives with businesses. But wait a minute. We're going to help you out. We're going to pump a bunch of money and inject a bunch of money into the economy. We're going to give you stimulus checks. Okay. We're going to give you unemployment. Some people were making more money by sitting at home than they ever did in their life. Many people were on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, listening to pump and dump financial people, and they were pumping their money into these cryptocurrencies that were giving them massive amounts of yield. Many cryptocurrencies were, the crypto market was pumping, right? So Bitcoin goes up to 66,000, Ethereum pumps, Dogecoin pumps, all Shiba pumps, all this stuff pumps. Well, now there's a bunch of liquidity in the system and people are wealthier than they've ever been before. Okay. So as soon as everybody all of a sudden has all this liquidity in the system, well, people start to step back from their jobs as well. Okay, because all of a sudden they have more money than they've ever had, but they're not investors. They're not true wealth builders. They're just making money. There's a big difference. Okay, building wealth is different from just investing. So now they have this newfound wealth. They have this newfound confidence. And as we head into 2023, right, the whole narrative changes. All of a sudden, the C word is boop, gone. Masker, gone. Right? Then we go into a supply chain problem with Russia invading Ukraine, and it's all about the SWIFT system and monetary system. Well, when they start to talk about cryptocurrency as a fraud the last 2 years, and now this year cryptocurrency is here to stay, and they're all working to regulate it, boom, all of a sudden, G7 finance ministries call to accelerate global crypto regulation following the UST collapse report. The G7 officials meeting in Germany want Financial Stability Board to act more quickly, says Reuters report on May 19th. So all of a sudden, everybody's leveraged now. Everybody's confident. Even the exchanges are super leveraged. They're making more money than they've ever made in their lives. And all of a sudden, somebody, somewhere, pulls the plug on Terra Luna and collapses UST. Right at the same time that the government is talking about stablecoin regulation. So they went from 2 years ago, crypto's a fraud, crypto's a fraud, crypto's a fraud, run for the hills, right? So they know all these people are going into it, right? They're making tons of money. And once you're all over leveraged, boom, they pull the plug on you. Now people have to start to go back to work, back into the job market, and they took all your liquidity away, right? So then that forces people to start to put money back into the banks. Cash is trash. Cash is trash. We're going to keep going deeper into the BRICS and how most countries, not most countries, excuse me, a lot of countries are de-dollarizing, right? And the power of the dollar based on all this money being printed and all this stuff happening right now is destroying a lot of countries. So we're in a weird position. I'm an all-American. I love America. I've been able to start businesses. I'm not against America. I'm telling you facts. Our politicians and what they're doing, I'm not okay with what they're doing. They're doing this all to line their pockets. They're wiping out the middle class, okay? So G7 finance report ministers call action to accelerate crypto adoption, excuse me. So G7 is very important to listen to, okay? So that was on May 29th. Then on June 30th, the digital finance agreement reached on Europe crypto assets, the MiCA report. I brought this to you guys, okay? So now EU, okay, cryptocurrency was a fraud 2 years ago. Now the European Union, pay attention to the familiarity here and the words that are being said, okay? Listen, the EU is launching crypto regulation. Done, agreed upon. 2023, crypto will be implemented in the EU with regulation. It'll become part of their monetary system. They'll have a central bank digital currency. Okay, so the EU was the first to strike. The US Treasury in America calls Biden to work with G7 May 19th, okay, key allies on regulatory crypto. So the Treasury now is like, hey, Biden, we need to go work with the G7 and our allies. We need to come up with a global regulation around cryptocurrency. You don't think they're working lock and step behind the scenes to take over the monetary system with a blockchain technology to move money at the speed of light to fix the casino that they created? Think about this, Warriors. They got the hot potato. The economy, the world economy is about to collapse, and cryptocurrency, blockchain, distributed ledger technology, and moving money at the speed of light creates liquidity, and it creates an even playing field and allows access to finances for every single human being, and it pulls all the money back into the monetary system. It's all by design. Okay, so we got the G7 mentioning on May 19th that they all need to work together to come up with regulation. EU is the first shots fired, right? The June 30th, they announced that in 2023, they already have their regulation agreed upon. Okay, U.S. Treasury's putting pressure on Biden to work with the G7 to regulate cryptocurrency, and this came out on July 7th.
The Treasury Department just released its first crypto regulation report since President Biden's executive order. Yahoo Finance's Jen Schoenberg is here to break it down for us. So, Jen, what do we need to know?
Good afternoon, Rochelle. That's right. The first of many forthcoming reports from the Biden administration on how to regulate cryptocurrencies at the direction of President Biden's executive order out this afternoon. This one focused on coordinating with global allies on regulating crypto. In a memorandum to President Biden, the U.S. Treasury, in consultation with Secretaries of State and Commerce, among others, say the U.S. must work with international partners to develop global standards for digital payments and central bank digital currencies. Specifically, the U.S. will continue working with the G7 on crypto, focusing on movement of money in private and public sectors, reducing payment inefficiencies, CBDCs, and adoption of new technologies. The U.S. will work with key allies to develop a vision for digital assets to ensure financial stability, national security through strong regulations. And the U.S. will also work with the G20 to engage with other major economies to make cross-border payments using crypto more seamless and safe.
Okay, so right there, they're going to be working with the G7, working with their allies, right? The European Union. They're all working together behind the scenes as they fudge you out of cryptocurrency. Okay. As they fudge you out of cryptocurrency, they are literally setting up the infrastructure. Okay. They killed the public. They killed the cryptocurrency pump and dumps. They're shutting down exchanges. They liquidated all these exchanges, and the ones that are going to be left have real world solve, actually have real business models, real liquidity. Okay, so this one came out on July 10th.
First of many forthcoming reports from the Biden administration on how to regulate cryptocurrencies at the direction of President Biden's executive order out this afternoon. This one focused on coordinating with global allies on regulating crypto. In a memorandum to President Biden, the U.S. Treasury, in consultation with Secretaries of State and Commerce, among others, said the U.S. must work with international partners to develop global standards for digital payments and central bank digital currencies. Specifically, the U.S. will continue working with the G7 on crypto, focusing on movement of money in private and public sectors, reducing payment inefficiencies, CBDCs, and adoption of new technologies.
Okay, did you see that? Okay, so payment inefficiencies, cross-border payments, XLM, XRP, Algorand, all these ISO 20022 tokens that are on the messaging system, Warriors. This is all embedded in the infrastructure. Okay. Now, many of you guys have been asking me nonstop about safety, right? About crypto safety. So I want to show you this really quick. So Black Seed actually came to our conference, and they gave all of our warriors that were at the conference one of these amazing Black Seed. If you were at the conference, you saw it. I'm going to show you the video in just a second. But Black Seed Inc. sponsored our 2022 conference. They provided steel backup plates for all warriors. So a lot of people, when they take their stuff off the exchanges, I'm very unorganized. That's why I have an admin, an executive admin, every morning keeps me organized, right? If your recovery seed phrase is laying around on a piece of paper, you need to check out the blackseed.com, blackseedeat.com. Don't take unnecessary risks with your cryptocurrency investment. Back it on the seed. So what's next for Black Seed has us really, really, really excited. I'm going to show you a video in just a second. The company has just released the X series. It is the world's first crypto storage solution for Ledger Nano wallets. The series of products is an entire ecosystem for crypto. The titanium capsule to protect your ledger, a stone paper notebook to record all transactions. If you don't know what stone paper is, click the link down below in the description to find out. And finally, there's a fireproof case. Check this thing out. It's going to come up on the video to hold your capsules, the notebook, and seed plates, everything in one place on a stash grab and go. Check this thing out. Watch this. Look at this thing. This thing is badass. Okay, and finally, there's a fireproof case to hold the capsule and notebook and the seed plates. Everything in one place to stash and grab and go. So if something happens, you can literally grab your box. You can see this, and you can stash everything in there. It even has a secret compartment to drop air tags and track the case. What's great about the Black Seed Inc. is doing this finally. There is some ingenuity being brought to a physical side of crypto. Yes, we are dealing with digital currency, but the cold wallets and seed phrases, there's a real world hardware that is necessary to keep your investments safe. The X series helps you organize all it. It's available right now for pre-order in the Kickstarter campaign. You have until August 10th to pre-order this, and that's it. The X series won't be available again until 2023. So click the link in the description and check it out. Check out this thing. I just want to show you guys this video. So Black Seed actually allowed our warriors to use the little metal things, and then they just came out with this thing. So I would just get message after message, guys. How do I store my crypto? Okay. So not only do you need to store your crypto, but your seed phrases are very, very important. And the cool thing about this is if you see the box in the previous part of the video, it actually has a thing for TSA. So if you have to go, you got the grab and go thing, you just take off, and then it has an actual secret compartment in here. This is like 007 stuff, Warriors. See, there it is right there, the secret compartment. I think this thing is absolutely amazing. So really, really excited. You can put different things in there. It's awesome. Check it out, guys. So descriptions down below. Many people are asking to lock it in your safe, and you're ready to go. All right, guys. So just wanted to show that to you guys. And thank you to Black Seed also for sponsoring our conference. Absolutely amazing. Great partners of the Warrior Academy. All right, so we're going to jump right back into this. So U.S. rushes to lead international crypto regulation before getting its own house in order. Okay. I just got to take a deep breath, Warriors, because we've been talking about this for years now. Years now. Okay. This is all by design. Remember, your words need to be impeccable. Be very, very careful the information that's being inputted into your brain. Okay, yes, many cryptocurrencies are going to get crushed. That's a fact, Warriors. That's a fact. But listen to these fact sheets that I'm going to show you. Okay, so U.S. Department's putting pressure on Biden. They're all working behind the scenes, Warriors. But this is the fact sheets for our U.S. Treasury, and this is the fact sheets for MiCA and the EU. Listen to how similar the verbiage is, okay? The objective of our framework: protect consumer, investors, businesses in the United States and globally by promoting technology and regulatory standards for U.S. values. Protect the U.S. and global financial stability and mitigate systemic risks. Mitigate illicit finance and national security risks posed by misuse of digital assets and over-the-counter to respond to efforts of foreign adversaries to drive standards and promote their protocols. Reinforce U.S. leadership in the global financial system and technologies, economic effectiveness, including through the responsible development of payment innovations, digital assets, and by advancing technologies and regulatory standards that align with U.S. values. Promote access to safe and affordable financial services. Safety. They're moving you to safety, Warriors. They moved you from freedom. Now they're here to protect you. Support technology advance to promote the responsible development and use of digital assets by advancing research and relationships that increase the shared learning. Okay, here's the MiCA. Okay, ensure legal certainty by establishing a sound legal framework for crypto assets in the scope that are not covered by existing financial legislation. Support safety for you guys, supporting innovation and fair competition in order to promote development of crypto assets by instituting a safe, proportionate framework. Protecting consumer, investors, and market integrity and the consideration of risk associated with crypto assets, and ensuring financial stability with the inclusion and safeguards to address potential risk and financial stability. Do those sound eerily familiar, Warriors? Do they sound almost exactly the same? They are building this framework together. This is not America versus the EU, America versus Russia, America versus China. They are all moving us to a new monetary system, Warriors. It's not about nefarious activities. It's not about dark versus light. It's about you regaining your power back. There's nobody to protest against. There's nobody to go against. There's no reason to bash another influencer or bash someone for being a Bitcoin maximalist or an XRP maximalist, because as you're bashing other people, you're hurting yourself. The key factor right now is to develop discernment, to listen, to feel the information, to get your diet in order, to get your mind in order. Warriors, get in our Warrior Academy. Go through my 120-day challenge. It will change your life. It will get you aligned with who you truly are, not who I want you to be. It's a 120-day challenge, mindset, subconscious mind programming, homework every single night. It can be done with a very busy job with 2 kids, 3 kids, 4 kids. I designed the whole thing for a working adult, okay? You also have cryptocurrency courses. You have 7 calls per week, and key, community. Community is going to be the most important thing you will need in the next 24 months to 3 years, Warriors. I'm telling you, our lives are changing as we know it. You need to mentally prepare yourself, your family. But if you make the right decisions and you stop listening to these naysayers and you start using discernment, yes, you're going to get some cryptos right, and yes, you're going to get some cryptos wrong. But the ones you get right could be life-changing. But you also need to learn how to build wealth. I talk about my 5 pillars of wealth in the Academy, Warriors. This is all in the description down below. This is the most important time in human history to free your dome, Warriors. It is our time. I love you. I appreciate you. Warriors, let's get your shit together. Let's go.